welcome back to another episode of Boss Up and Tea. I am Cindy.
What up? I'm Tina.
All right, and this week we've got a variety of things we're going to discuss, but the main topic for this week's episode is going to be
Prison love.
Yes, prison love. Prison love. Relationships while locked up.
So the name, I remember last week, I couldn't remember the name of the show. It was Love After Lockup.
Love After Lockup.
Yeah,
okay.
And it was on, it was, I think I said it was on Lifetime, but it wasn't on Lifetime. It was like on Disney.
Hold on. Let's pause for just a second. Pause.
Okay.
Unpaused. Okay.
We were having some technical difficulties. I hope you all can hear me better now.
Yes, now I can hear you. I was like, I don't hear Tina. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick before we have to re-record a whole episode.
I thought I was tripping. I was like, maybe it's because my own mic. But no, I can hear it better.
Yes, now I can hear you. All right. So, Life After Lockup is what you said the show is called?
Love After Lockup.
Love After. Life After Lockup is... No, Life is Gypsy Roses.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Love After Lockup.
Love After Lockup. I think the show was on WE TV, but it was on like years, and I kept up with like the first few seasons. I don't even think they play it anymore, but I did keep up with some of them, and I do follow some of those couples on Instagram. But yeah,
I don't think I ever watched it.
Yeah, it's about people dating while they're locked up, and then how it happens once they come home, and how the relationship is, and yeah.
Okay, well, we'll dive into that in just a few because I know you've gotten a few stories. I reached out to a few people, and it's funny because a lot of people, I don't know why they do this on TikTok. Maybe it's because they get too well known on TikTok that they start limiting their messages.
Oh, yeah.
And
they start getting a lot of spam messages.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, I get some spam messages, but I feel like when there's people who want to reach out to you though, like us, where we're a podcast, and I wanted to reach out to a few people who are known on TikTok for their relationship status of, their significant other being in prison. They have it limited to where you can't really send them a message, and then they don't check them. So,
well, if those people ever reach back out, then maybe we can do like a part 2 to it.
Yeah, most definitely. So if you spoke to me on our podcast page, Boss Up and Tea, and you wanted to be a part of it and send in your story, please still do so we can tell your story, and we can leave your name out of it. We can include it however you want to do it. We can tag you, not tag you. Whatever your wishes are.
The better. We want to hear these
love because stories. I'm interested in what
the attraction is.
What the attraction is, because I don't think I could do it. But so we wanted to kind of do a recap. It's our 25th episode. I'm so excited that we've made it to 25 episodes.
By the way, I had mimosas planned for today, but I've been doing a garage sale with my mom all weekend, and I slept in today, and I was like, I'm too tired to go get anything. So
that's fine.
I'm on a Red Bull right now.
You know what? Oh, speaking of, I was going to tell you, the sea moss. Just let's do a catch up on the sea moss.
Yes. You're 2 weeks in.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I can tell a difference, and I'm going to tell you why. Because yesterday I woke up super early. Well, I've woken up super early the past 3 days. But yesterday I left the house and I didn't take it. And I noticed a difference. I was more like, I've been busy, like super busy. My son had a small surgery on Friday. And it's
Wait a minute. These nails, Cindy.
You like them?
Sorry, yes. You know purple's my color.
So, and I did them myself.
Those are cute.
I did them myself. Little nail check. Yeah.
I'm bald-headed. I don't have any nails now.
My daughter said, she goes, you look like you're Halloween ready. And I'm like, I've been Halloween ready since April.
I like those.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry. I just had, she was talking with her hands, and
I
I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
So yeah, but I did notice a difference because, like I said, we were busy all day yesterday. My son had a soccer camp. And then we went all the way to Nebraska Furniture Mart to go shopping for a couch. And that store is huge, and it's like a full day event. But by the time I got home from everything, I was like done.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I so tired? Mm-hmm. And then it clicked. I was like, I didn't take my sea moss today.
Yeah.
I didn't take my sea moss. So I really feel like it's doing what it's supposed to. It does give me more energy. I do feel a difference. So I'm enjoying it.
So I haven't been on my sea moss because I actually sold my jar. But I already have another shipment coming in. And I can tell the difference. I'm back on my Red Bulls.
Yeah.
It's bad. I know you guys don't come for me, but I'm back on my Red Bulls. By like midday, 2-3 o'clock, I'm ready for a nap. I'm just like, I'm so tired. I have no energy. I just want to take a nap. But with the sea moss, like I said, it's not that type of energy where you want to go run a marathon.
No. It keeps you going.
Yeah, it keeps you going.
It gives you that little bit of oomph.
Have you felt the need for hydration?
I wouldn't say that that's changed because I always feel like I'm always thirsty, and okay. I'm always drinking water. Like I'm a huge water person.
So when I was taking it, I always felt like I needed to be hydrated, and not just like with water, but with like electrolytes, like Gatorade or something, or Body Armor. I needed it, and now, I mean, yeah, I'm thirsty, but it's back to my normal. Versus when I was taking sea moss, I felt that, like when you're taking, almost like when you're taking diet pills, when you're really dehydrated. I mean, it doesn't really dehydrate you. It just gives you that thirst, because that's where the helping with weight loss comes in.
Right.
But I can also say, last week I wasn't really feeling well. I had just come off of my sea moss. And I feel like if I wasn't taking that sea moss how I was, then I probably really would have been under the weather, like really feeling like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't feel great. Like I could tell, like, oh, I just don't feel good. You know how I told you. But it didn't bring me all the way down. And I feel like because the sea moss helps you with your immune system, that it helped me a little bit. It helped me not crash.
That's the best way to describe it. It helps you not to like crash.
Yeah.
Because yesterday that's what I felt like. And we don't have I told you we went looking for a couch yesterday. So I don't have a couch in the living room right now, and all we have is like folding chairs in the living room. Looks super ghetto. But my couch will be delivered on the 16th, so I'm so excited for it.
It's counting down. She's like 2 more weeks.
But I was like, usually like I'll not crash out, but like chill on the couch.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I go lay in bed though, I'm gonna be out.
It's like I'm out for the count.
So I was like, let me just push through, and I was just sitting in the folding chair and just trying to keep my mind busy. I was like on Amazon looking for stuff, and
remember, of course, it may have been too late for you to take it, but you can always take it midday if you need to.
Yeah, but then I don't want to have issues sleeping. I have issues sleeping. So
or maybe you can take a little bit. I don't ever take it later than 3 o'clock. If I forget in the morning and I remember like at 5 o'clock, I'm just not taking it. Yeah. But I don't ever take mine later than 3 o'clock. My mom, however, I think she's been taking a lot, because she's like, I'm already almost out. I'm like, you've had it for 2 weeks. I was like, you shouldn't be out. It's supposed to last you 3 to 4 weeks, depending.
I think I'll be out by next week, like the end of next week.
So that'll be about 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, how big of a spoon are you taking? She's like, I don't know. I just get a spoon and I scoop it on out. I'm like, oh, she's like, does it need to be flat? I'm like, it doesn't need to be flat, but you don't need to have a big old scoop either. I'm like, Mom.
Me and your mom might be on the same level.
Slow down. Hold on.
Because it doesn't taste bad. It tastes really good. So.
Yeah. She's like, are you getting more? I was like, yes, it's in the works. Another shipment is coming in.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to do kind of a recap of ourselves to our listeners. We know that some people are maybe just joining the podcast or just now finding out about our podcast. And we know it's hard sometimes to go backwards and listen to past episodes. And maybe you didn't hear our very first episode where we introduced ourselves. So we wanted to kind of do a quick little recap. Reintroduction, yes, of ourselves. So like I said in the beginning, my name is Cindy. I am 42 years old, 42 years young.
Yes.
Because I don't feel old. I feel good. And I have 2 bonus daughters who are grown and have 1 child each. One of which was just born on the 11th of July. He's so precious too. He's beautiful, perfect. And then I have 2 sons. And they are 9 and 6. And yeah, we have a very busy life. Very, very busy. And then I also have 2 bonus sons who are 4 years old, twins, and they run amok. They run amok. But very precious as well. So I am busy constantly. I have a corporate America job, and that pays the bills. Yep. Been in that industry for 17-ish years, which is funny because I just told my boss last week or the week before or something like that about the podcast, because I was like, I have a random question for you. And because I work from home, and I was like, I told her, I said, would I get in trouble, or do I need to notify the company, I'm not going to say who I work for, about I have a podcast? And she was like, wait, what? She's
like, I'm not worried about you getting in trouble.
And because she knows that I sell tamales during tamale season as well, and she knows everything. You know,
By the way, I have really been craving some tamales.
Wait, I'm making some this week.
Make me some.
So I'm making some this week.
I just haven't been wanting to ask you. I'm like, I know that's a lot of work, and I don't want you to make some just for me. So whenever you make some, I will let you know.
I am making some this week, so I will keep you posted. You know, I'll text you.
I want 2 dozen, thank you.
2 dozen, okay, I got you. So I did tell her about the podcast, and I was afraid I was gonna I just didn't want to get in trouble. Like, I didn't want somebody to find out later on and be like, hey, I came across, you on TikTok or something, and you have a podcast, and you're supposed to not know. So I just didn't want that issue. Yeah. So I just went ahead and notified her, and she was like, well, are you making any money off of it? I said, hell no. Not yet. Not yet. I said, hopefully one day. She goes, well, unless it starts becoming more of like a full-time job, then we can have the conversation again.
Like, it's a full-time hobby.
Yeah, exactly. It's a full-time hobby. So I told her, I said, it's fun. I enjoy doing it, and we have a good time, and it's a way for me to vent. And another fun fact about me is I am an Aries, and I am a true fire sign. Let me tell you, I am true to my zodiac sign, and I'm a true believer in zodiac signs. And what else? I'm a jack of all trades. I do a little bit of it all. I can do my own nails. Now, I do like to go get my nails done, and the only person besides myself that touches my nails is Brittany. That when I want my nails like really done, I go to Brittany. But in between, I do them myself. So I try.
Those are really cute.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. And I love the claw nails. It's funny because I did them the other night, and they're super sharp when I first do them. Yeah. And I kind of have to like scratch on things to kind of dull them out.
Yeah.
And I was like scratching my dad's head, like I was just going like that, and he was like, "That feels weird." He was like, "It's really sharp," he says, "but it feels good at the same time." Yeah. And so it was like, I just need to kind of dull him out. So I was just kind of just going like that on his head.
I actually do that sometimes too when I leave Brittany's. Like, I'll be wearing jeans or something, and as I'm driving, I'm just scratching a little bit so they're not so sharp.
Wait, because I have scratched my lip in my sleep before. Like, because I do them usually at night because I'm like chill, and I went to bed and the next morning I woke up and had like a scratch and I was like, I really scratched myself with my own freaking nails. Oh my goodness. All right. That's me in a nutshell.
You said that's me. I'm Tina. I'm 36. I am a Cancer sign. I believe I'm a full Cancer through and through. Now, I know technically you're supposed to have multiple signs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I forgot. I really don't know. I'm a Cancer, though. I'm a very emotional person. I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when other people cry sometimes. Like, if it's something's really sad, I'm crying. Why are you crying? I don't know. You're making me cry. Yeah. I don't know. I have 4 kids and a bonus daughter. They're 19, 17, 15, 5, and 1. So those are my kids. What else? I am no longer in corporate America. I was for a very long time. Mm-hmm. I am. I'm a lot of things.
You know what? I think we're both very talkative people, hence why we have the podcast.
Yes. I'm in the beauty industry. I do permanent makeup. Mm-hmm. We're going to be having our grand opening. We just opened our shop in Grand Prairie. I've been working on that. So me and my best friend, we're opening it together. She has a full-time 9-to-5 job, but this is what she does on the side as well, like just a hobby. Mm-hmm. Versus me, it's my full-time baby. And I've been talking about this for a very long time, so I'm really excited.
Now, are you still going to have your other locations in Red Oak and Euless?
No. I'll be in Bedford.
Or Bedford?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. But my goal is to have that's my main baby. Because I have a lot of clientele in Bedford, and I don't want to just up and leave them.
Right.
So I'll still be taking appointments over there. But
no longer Red Oak.
No. But Grand Prairie will be my baby where I'm going to try to grow. And I feel like it's a central location in the Dallas area.
It really is. That's a good spot.
It's not far from anywhere. Like, if you're in Dallas, if you're Red Oak, you're Arlington, like Irving, Mansfield, like, I feel like it's a good central location for everyone.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that's why I chose to go that way. Even though it's further, it's not 5 minutes up the street how Red Oak is, but it's fine. Like I said, it's a central location. What else? I'm a boy mom at heart, even though I have daughters, but still, I'm a boy mom at heart. Yeah, we're very talkative people. We're outgoing. We like to talk a lot. I cuss a lot, you guys, so in advance.
We both love sports. Yes. Our Cowboys, and it's almost football season, and I cannot wait.
Next Sunday, we play the Rams. It's just preseason, but still, Cowboys are back on the screen. That's all that
I'm glad to see the Cowboys back in the news, like the training camp, seeing them in Oxnard. I love it, love it.
The girls that'll be yelling at the TV when the Cowboys games are on, okay? We're not the ones that are sitting there like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. No, we are screaming. We're watching this game. We're all in it.
Yes.
So we're big Cowboys fans over here, so if you're not, boo you.
Yes, definitely. We love watching our boys, and you will see us decked out in our Cowboys gear. Yeah. We don't care if they only play one playoff game. We don't care. We want to see them go to the Super Bowl. Will they go back? Maybe one day. Hopefully.
Every year is our year, you guys.
Yes, we are those fans. Hate us. I don't care.
Win, lose, or tie, we're still Cowboys fans.
Absolutely. So before we get into our topic of prison love, I was not bullied online, but
oh my gosh.
Okay, let me just present the scenario, and then you tell me what you would do, and then I'll tell you what I would do.
Okay.
So I saw a post of somebody saying that they were and you may have seen the post, they were at Walmart and they passed a vehicle that was on,
I've seen it.
And there was kids inside,
Yeah.
And it was a running vehicle. There was kids inside, and the person called the cops, reporting the children in the vehicle. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't directly comment on it, but, well, first of all, how do you feel about that scenario in general?
It depends. It depends on the kid's age. Like, I wouldn't leave Illy and Dalen in the car.
Right.
Because, first of all, she's 1 and he's 5, and I'm not leaving them in the car by themselves to run into Walmart. Now, my other kids, yeah, I would leave them in the car with them.
So,
even when they were younger, I did. I mean, like I said, my kids are grown now, but when they were younger, it depends on the age. Now, my 5 and 1 year old, I'm not gonna do it.
Right,
but
I agree.
If they're older, then yeah.
So I commented because there was one guy that commented, and he said, people should mind their business. You don't know the circumstances. You don't know the situation. The kid's age was not posted.
Yeah, I know that.
So we don't know how old the children were. People were all over the place on this post.
I seen it when it was first posted, so it really didn't have too many comments on it.
So I commented, and I said, my situation, like, my kids are 9 and 6.
Yeah.
So my oldest, well, both of them have a phone.
Yeah.
Okay, and they have them with them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them know how to get out of the vehicle if something was to happen.
Yeah.
So I have run into Walmart. Now, am I going to go on a shopping spree and spend 2 to 3 hours inside the store while my kids are in the car? No.
Yeah.
But if I have done it where I'm running in to maybe get a birthday card for somebody.
Yeah.
Or maybe a bag for a birthday party or something quick.
Yeah.
Because, mind you, I don't like going to Walmart. I don't like going shopping. I don't like doing any of that to begin with. But there are times where I have to run in really quick. And I ask them, hey, do y'all want to get down with me? And a lot of times they're playing. They're like, no, we don't want to get down. And the internet may come for me if I post this on TikTok, but it is what it is. Call CPS on me. I don't care. But they have their phone. I locked them in the car.
Yeah.
Like, so the doors are locked. And my kid, and I tell my son all the time, like, both of them, if y'all need me, call me.
Yeah.
Call me. But like I said, they know how to unlock the doors and get out in case of an emergency. Now, do I think you should be leaving babies in the car? Absolutely not.
No.
But don't and then somebody commented on my post and said, wow, way to admit you're a piece of shit.
Wow, really?
Yeah. They called me a piece of shit, and I was like,
you know what? I'm not even surprised at this specific group of people on this page, because everybody is just like, I try not to comment on there because I already know, like, it's a shit show on that fucking page.
It really is.
Like, you can't post anything without somebody crucifying you. It can be the most innocent thing, and somebody's gonna have something to say. Yeah,
absolutely.
That page is wild.
It got my blood boiling because I was like, you don't know the circumstances. And if I was in a situation where I ran inside Walmart and I come back out and the police are there, shit's going down.
Yeah, so I agree, but okay, so you said someone said to mind your business. So yes and no, like,
to a certain extent.
If it was me and I seen a running car, I'm probably gonna peek in. I'm not gonna just ignore it, but I'm gonna peek in. Like, if I don't see adults, I'm gonna make sure that there's not no little bitty babies sitting there. Regardless, like you said, you don't leave a baby in the car. I don't care if the car is on. But if I park and I see a car next to me running and I don't see any adults, I'm gonna poke, like, obviously not my head in, but look. And if I see a baby, then I'm gonna stand there.
Oh yeah.
But
definitely.
If I see some kids that are big enough to be, like, to know, but you know, like I said, it just depends on the age. Now, if the kids are like jumping in the front and messing with, first of all, you know your kids.
Yes.
I know kids are kids.
Yes.
100%. Stupid shit, but you know, all right, I cannot leave this child. I don't care if he's 10, 11, 12 years old. I know I can't leave him in the car because he's going to do some dumb shit, like try to drive it. You know your kids.
Those are kids that cannot be left.
Right.
But then that's what I was trying to say in the group.
Business, but to an extent, like, So you can see, okay, there's no little babies, they're fine, okay.
And that's exactly what I was trying to say.
Grocery shop, but trust me, there are times where I'm like, it's just me by myself. I'm like, oh, I just need to go get some milk. I wish I could. I really do sometimes wish I could leave Dalen and Illy in the car so I could run in and go get some milk and come right back out, but I can't.
Yeah,
like I'm not going.
You can't. The difference is like with mine and yours is Marcelo and Gordo can both get out of the car on their own and with no problem.
Yeah.
With you can't trust Dalen to watch
Illy in the car,
and because she's a baby, she can't even talk yet.
Yeah.
So that it's a totally different situation.
And he's gonna panic if she starts crying.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
No.
But I just wanted to.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I always thought it was interesting. I was like, oh, I got to bring this up because while it's fresh in my head.
Don't ever cease to amaze me in good old Red Oak.
Oh, and then somebody commented and said there is such a thing as carbon monoxide poisoning. Not on my post, but in general on the post. And I'm like, are you a freaking idiot? We're talking about an open parking lot, not in an enclosed garage.
You're not leaving them in the car in the garage with the garage closed. Like, what?
Yeah. If that was the case, we'd all be dead walking through parking lots.
We really would.
Oh, anyways.
All right. Let's start talking about this prison love.
Yes. So I see a lot of, most of it's on TikTok. I don't really know anybody personally that has gone through this experience, but I see a lot of it on TikTok where, or I guess I'll say there'll be a post for somebody who's in prison. And it's like a dating, profile or something. It's like, hey, this is, I'm just gonna make up a name, Joe, Joe
Blow.
And he's 6 feet tall and he's at whatever prison, and if you are interested in writing to him, this is his prison number or prisoner number. You can reach him at this and this. And I'm like, what is this? Why are people attracted to? And I'm fascinated by it because I like I said, I couldn't be in a relationship like that. There's a lot of trust that has to go into a relationship with somebody who is incarcerated. I don't care if it's for 6 months or 60 years. The people who are those are some ride or die people who are willing to wait for their man, their woman while they're locked up.
Yeah. I told my husband if he ever got locked up, he told me to leave.
He told you to leave?
Yeah, he said don't wait for me. I was like, I'm not gonna just leave. Like, what? Why would I just leave? I'm not gonna just leave. Like, now if you did something really stupid to get yourself there, like, I mean, obviously they're all stupid choices, right? If you're getting locked up, you obviously made a stupid choice, regardless. But I just feel like if you did something really, really stupid and you jeopardized your freedom and your family for this, then maybe I just like, you know what, bye.
Yeah.
But depending on what happened, who, what, when, where, what if you caught an assault case because you got into a fight because of some, like
he was protecting you at a bar or something.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not gonna leave.
Right.
But yeah,
if he was convicted of
murder, you're out here selling drugs and you got caught, then
you're not gonna wait.
No, because why would you do that? You have a whole family.
What about?
There's a million other ways we can find a side hustle. Hello.
I know, right? Well, that is the main thing that you and I do is find ways. I mean, side hustles. That's what we do.
We're gonna figure it out some way.
We're gonna
hustle legally.
We're gonna become millionaires one way or the other.
It might take us a million tries, but we're gonna get there.
All we need is that one, just that one. So what about if he took somebody's life?
Depends on the situation. Why'd you take their life? If it was for my kids, then I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
So it just depends. And if you just got mad and you couldn't control your anger. Now you shot someone and killed someone. You big dummy. Like, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for emotional support, and I'll put money on your books, and I'll pick up the phone, and I may even visit you. But I can't promise that I'd stay there because I still have kids. Even if they're grown, I still have to be a mom, and I can't sacrifice all my time to you because you made a stupid mistake.
Right.
You know? So it just depends.
So a lot of and I did reach out to some people on TikTok. There are people who have become TikTok famous for their relationships.
Yeah.
For waiting for their man. There's actually one that you sent me that was there was a man waiting for his wife.
I didn't look into his story. I should have, but I was hopeful that someone would reach back so they could tell their own story.
Yeah, like I said, I reached out to quite a few people online, but they did not. They responded and they said they were going to send in their story, but unfortunately, we hadn't heard back from them. But like I said, if you still want to send in your story, please let us know.
Well, we also gave them less than a week's notice.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround time, and for somebody to write it in their story, I'm sure it takes quite a while especially if they've been with their partner for a long time.
Yeah.
So, do you have any, did you have any people reach out to you?
I have a few stories. Now, you guys, this is a judgment-free zone, okay?
Yeah, and I have not heard these stories at all, so my reaction will be a true reaction, because I have not heard these stories yet.
Yes, I have a few stories, and this is all from the same person. So we're in a judgment-free zone, you guys, so don't judge nobody, okay?
All right. No judgment here, for sure.
So the first story she gave me, now I just briefly wrote down, so I'm going to try to fill in the gaps of the story. Mm-hmm. Hopefully I do her justice and tell the story the right way.
If not, you can come for Tina.
Not, she'll be like, hold on, you missed an important part. So I got you. I'm going to try to tell it as best as I can. So the first story, she said that they got together at 14. They were together for 4 years. Then he got locked up. She was 18 and he was 22. And she didn't tell me anybody's charges, what they got locked up for, but he ended up doing federal time. He actually got placed in Louisiana, and she said he had never wanted to get married, ever. Whenever they talked about it, he was like, no, that's not in his books. He's not doing it. But of course, when he got locked up, he wanted to marry her. So she said she had to go to Louisiana, basically like how Texas is, go get your marriage license, wait 30 days, and then she had to go back and go get married. She said that they got married in the visitation room. There was no ring exchange, and it was regular visitation dress code. You couldn't be all dolled up. You couldn't wear like this nice pretty white dress. You couldn't wear you had to be in regular. She said she was wearing a t-shirt and some jeans. And they got married, and they got a divorce 6 months later. So I asked her, how does a divorce work when he's locked up? And she said basically the same way. You can either put it in a paper or you could file it for him to be served. And I was like, well, how does he get served if he's locked up? She said that it gets basically mailed to him. They take him the paper to sign it, and then they mail it back to her, and that's what they did.
But why did they get divorced so quickly?
I don't know. She said they were just young and dumb. You know what? That was a good question. Why? I'm going to write that down. We're going to have a follow-up episode, and hopefully we get more stories by then.
I need answers. I need to know why they got... So they were married, and then they got divorced 6 months later.
6 months later.
Whew, that's a quick turnaround.
Yeah. The next one, she said her and this guy, she had known him since she was a kid too in high school.
Did he know the other guy that was locked up? Just out of curiosity.
I think she told him. No, I don't think they knew each other. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what she said. But she had already known this guy. She said that they reconnected. Okay. I had to skim through my story really quick. Okay. So she said that she was at the grocery store and she ran into his mom, and his mom happened to be on the phone with him. And she was like, oh, hi, how's he doing? She's like, oh, I'm on the phone with him. Do you want to talk to him? So she talked to him. They exchanged info. Then they started talking again. And she said 2 to 3 months after they reconnected, they decided to be in a relationship together. Then he got moved. He was also doing federal time. Then they moved him to Colorado. And she said when he was in Colorado that he was, you know how they have minimum and maximum security? Mm-hmm. Well, he was at the lowest one, which is like a camp, which they have a lot of freedom. Like a boot camp. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she said that she went out there with his family to go visit him. Mm-hmm. And when they went to go visit him, she said at the camp that they were able to be outside and walk around. And she was like, it was so open that you could bring anything and everything in this camp. You don't go through like a metal detector, pat down, a search. Like they just like, okay, your ID, you're here. Okay, bam, go visit. So she said while they were walking around the yard, their visitation time, he got down on one knee and proposed to her. I said, how romantic. And she was just like, where the fuck did you get this ring? How did you get this ring? And when they went to Colorado the day before, when they got to Colorado the day before that, he sent his mom out to the mall to go buy her a ring. So when they got there, his mom gave him the ring.
Did she say how old she was?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
This was after the 18, so I'm guessing like in her 20s.
Wow, that's.
Hold on. So she said.
Okay.
She said yes. She accepted the proposal, but she said she would not get married while he was locked up because she had already done that.
Okay.
So,
she put her foot down.
Yeah. So she said yes to the ring, but she said no, we're not getting married while you're locked up because I already did that. She said that he was not with his baby mama anymore, and the baby mama really was not involved in his son's life. That his mom took care of his son a lot, and so once he proposed and all this, that she stepped in to help with the son also, and that she would have his son a lot. She said a few months before he got released, he called her and told her to take all his son's stuff to his mom's, and she was like, why, if I've bought all this stuff for him and he's with me right now? And he was like, just get all his stuff and take all his stuff to my mom's.
This was before he was about to get out.
Yeah, a few months before he got out.
Okay.
So before, like, he would not give her an explanation. So she was like, okay, fine. So she shows up to his mom's.
She's too nice because I wouldn't have done it without an explanation.
So she shows up to his mom's with his son and his stuff. And then his mom was like, what's going on? Like, why? She's like, I don't know. He won't tell me. He keeps telling me, just do it. I keep asking why, blah, blah. Then he ends up calling. No, the mom ends up calling him because he had a cell phone. Mm-hmm. And the mom was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is she here bringing all this stuff? And he was like, I'll explain it to you later. He was like, just keep my son there with all his stuff. Uh-huh. Then once she left from dropping off the son with all his stuff, she never heard from him again. He
ghosted her?
Yes. Completely cut her off, completely ghosted her. There was no explanation of why. Then she said she found out that he was talking to some crackhead asshole. I thought she was going to say...
I thought the baby mama.
Me too! That's what I thought too. She said no. Then she said once he got out...
Not the crackhead.
Once he got out, she was like, dang, you could have like at least left me for an upgrade, but you went to a whole crackhead.
It's never an upgrade.
And then once he got out that they were together for a few months and they split up because the hoe ended up cheating because she was a hoe. So, And he tried to work it out with her, and she was like, nope, not gonna work it out, don't want to work it out with you. And she said that they were friends for a little bit, but she was like, she cut that off because she didn't want nothing to do with him. Now we have another juicy story. Remember, you guys, this is all the same person, okay?
No judgment.
She said she was with this one guy. I think it was this story. One of these stories, she did tell me how old she was. She said she was like 22, 23, something like that. But I don't know which one. Maybe it was this one. I don't know. But she said she was with this one guy for 8 years, and she was off and on with him. Mm-hmm. And she said more on than off, but still was on and off situation because he was addicted to meth and he could not stay sober. And he kept going in and out of jail. And the last time that he got locked up, okay, hold on. The last time that he got locked up was, she was like, this is it. You know, I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. Mm-hmm. You know, you've done this too many times, blah, blah. And he was like, you know, gave her the whole, I'm going to change, I'm going to do better, all this. Okay. Well, she said she's from a small town in West Texas. Everybody.
Oh, I want to know which small town.
She didn't give me the name.
I lived in West Texas for a long time, so Lord. I would love to know which small town it is.
So hold on, you guys. I gotta mute my microphone on TikTok for this story because they already gave me a warning. I think it's because we're talking about addiction. So give me a second. Maybe not. There we go. Okay, so
funny, it hasn't come up on mine yet. So
weird. So she told him that was the last time. Okay, so she said there was a small town that in West Texas where everybody knew everybody, basically, and that her niece had called her and told her, "Hey, homeboy is talking to my cousin's mom," or something like that. Or a friend or a family friend, whatever. And she was like, how do you know? She was like, well, she's here. No, she was here, but I'm watching her son for her. And I see all the letters on the table from him. And so she was like, send me a picture. And she was like, open one of the letters and let me see. And one of the letters had said, oh, I'm just using her. I'm going to leave her when I get out. And she said that both of them were addicted to meth. So she was like, that made sense. Then, so that family friend that he was cheating with also had a boyfriend that was locked up. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. It took me a second. But yes.
I know.
Yeah, she saw it on her face. She was like, you following?
Are you following?
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
So then, I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, so homegirl had a boyfriend that was locked up also. Uh-huh. Then homegirl's boyfriend got out because... Yeah, so homegirl's boyfriend got out. And she was like, okay, basically she told her, I'm not going to mess with your man no more. My guy is out. I'm going to work things out with him. Blah, blah. Well, homegirl's boyfriend ended up finding out about her cheating while he was locked up and called this girl and was like, hey, do you know that your man and my girl are messing around with each other or whatever, blah, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I know. She was like, I found out a long time ago, blah, blah, blah. So boyfriend told her, do you want to get revenge? Because that's messed up that they would do this to us. And they were like, yeah, let's do it. So they had a one night stand and she ended up getting pregnant. Oh, that's goodness. Funny. So she ended up getting pregnant and she had to go tell her dude that was still in jail.
And what was his reaction?
She said he flipped out. Well, that She told him at visitation, not over the phone. She told him at visitation. Now, visitation, because he was in TDC, which is, for y'all listeners that don't know, it's Texas State Prison.
Right.
In TDC visitation, you have the plexiglass. And she said he got up and he started banging the chair against the glass, trying to break it, threatening her, cussing her out, everything else. She said, I know I'm going to sound like a psycho, but I was just laughing the whole time. She's like, because I couldn't believe it either.
Oh, my goodness.
And that the guards had to come get him. They basically tackled him down to get him out. Then once he got quote unquote over it, they were back cordial. And they picked out the name for the baby together, even though it wasn't his baby.
What? Wait, what?
She said that it didn't work out with the baby dad. She said that they never really wanted to be together, that they just slept together to get revenge for what had happened. So she said that they did try. I guess not. He's like, yeah, he didn't want nothing to do because it wasn't supposed to be anything. So he was just like, you do you. She said that they tried and it didn't work out. So whatever.
Okay, so then he got out.
Boyfriend was trying. Well, this is why he was still locked up.
Oh, okay.
He helped name the baby
while he was locked up.
Yeah. And then he got out.
Mm-hmm.
And of course he was like, okay, I can look past it. I still love you. I still want to be with you. Blah, blah, blah. She was like, if you want to be with me, you have to stay sober for at least 6 months. I have to see that you can remain sober for at least 6 months while you're out. And he said, okay. 3 weeks later, he got killed.
Aww.
So I was like, wow. So he's no longer here. But so she was like, we never got a chance to even try to see if it would work out or anything.
So he got killed in prison?
No, he came out.
Oh, he came out.
Yeah. 3 weeks after he got released, he got killed.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. And
I wasn't expecting that.
I know. So, yeah. And
that's a lot of drama for that one relationship.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh my gosh. All right. And then her last story. She's currently in a relationship with someone that's doing federal time. She said that they were together for 2 years before he got locked up. And he has 3 years left on his sentence. They are currently not married, but she does have custody of his kids. And they are planning to get married once he gets out. She said not immediately, but they want to do it the right way and have an actual wedding, not a courthouse or jail wedding or any of that. But they have talked about it. But yeah, they've been together. I forgot what she said. I think like 8 years now.
Wow.
And he gets out in 3. So, yeah.
Wow.
She said her advice is don't follow her footsteps.
That's gotta be hard. Did she say like what draws her, or is it just happens to be people who?
She didn't tell me, but to me it seems like it happens to be people that she already knows
that just happen to get locked up.
Right, they're living that lifestyle, but also you got to think about it. If you're from a small town, this is how I'm thinking, because obviously I'm not from a small town, but if you're from a small town and everybody's doing the same shit and everybody's getting locked up, like, what else are you going to find in that town if everybody's doing the same dumb shit?
That's true. Wait, does she still live there? Or she
no, okay. She lives in the DFW area now. So, yeah.
I think she needs to, I don't know her, so I'm not judging. I'm just like, I want her to find somebody good.
Well, she said this relationship's working out. Well, I guess, and she said, of course, it's not perfect, and sometimes she's like, "Oh my gosh, what the fuck are we doing?" But I feel like that's everybody's relationship.
Well, yeah,
you know, like even not a lockup situation. Like, sometimes you're like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Well, I'm not one to
when
judge.
you make me angry.
Yeah, I've been married twice, divorced twice, so I mean, I can't sit there and judge anybody, but I just feel like that adds an extra stress onto a relationship when relationships are already stressful.
Yeah.
Well, not once. Well, they are. Relationships are work.
Oh yeah.
They're work.
And that makes it extra
work. You're just adding more work onto it, than a normal relationship.
Yeah.
So I feel like after the last one where he passed away, like that would be really hard.
That would be traumatizing.
Yeah, like I'm surprised she's even doing this last, and I'm glad it's working out for her so far, but I just feel like that would be so much more harder to handle, being that she already lost somebody who was locked up.
Yeah.
So could you, I mean, like you said you could do it just depending on the circumstances.
So I've done it before. I have my own love lockup situation. My ex-husband. So my ex-husband, we had dated before. Mm-hmm. But he was like my first relationship after my baby daddy. But he had just got out of a relationship with his baby mama, and we had jumped into a relationship, and we were together for a few months. I think maybe like 6 months. Mm-hmm. And we realized, like, this is not what we want. We just got out of serious relationships. Like, why are we jumping into relationships? So right. We broke up, and we kind of remained friends. And when I say kind of, it's because we kept in contact, but it wasn't something like we talked all the time. Like, we would talk every now and then. And he had gotten locked up, like, county a few times. He would call me, and I would talk to him, and then that was it. And then so one of the last times he had got locked up, we were just friends, and he had called me, and I was talking to him, and I would write him, and he was in Dallas County for a little bit, but he was going to do TDC time, and I was like, yeah, like, I'll write you, I'll put my name in your books, you know, if I can visit you, I will, but I'm not going to go out of my way.
Right.
Then we ended up being together, and we were dating while he was locked up, and it was, I mean, like you said, it is hard because I'm out here living my best life, first of all.
Yeah.
And I didn't go out to clubs as soon as I turned 18. First of all, I had 2 kids at 18. So I had just started going out, you know, just started going out, just started having fun. And there was a lot of arguments, like, why are you going out? You shouldn't go out.
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work when you're in a relationship? There's so much trust that has to go into that.
Yep.
Because one person cannot do absolutely anything. They're incarcerated.
Yep.
And the other person is, like you said, out here, you know, free. Mm-hmm. And the other person's having to completely trust that person isn't out in the streets.
Doing, exactly.
Yeah, doing
and me,
stuff.
I was like, shit, I'm a single mom that works. I take care of my kids. If I want to go out, I'm going to fucking go out. So, yeah, it took a lot. And then he got out, and we were together 2 years after he got out. I think 2 years total, because we weren't married long either. Mm-hmm. But he got out, then we got married, and we got a divorce 5 months after. I think 5 months later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we weren't married long. I tried to get it annulled. I really did, but it was we waited. I think annulment has to be done like within the first 60 days or something like that. Mm-hmm. 30 or 60 days. But yeah, I tried to get it annulled, and they're like, no, you're way past that time. And I was like, oh, okay. So we had to go through the whole divorce process. But yeah, we were only married like 5 months, and that's it. But
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Yeah.
I think my situation now is different though, because me and my husband have been together for so goddamn long. Like, how am I just gonna leave you? You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what I was gonna say. Like, it depends on the situation. You know,
because I would want you. You better hold it down for me if I get locked up. I'm not. You better not leave. I'm not gonna tell you. Just
I wouldn't leave you, Tina.
Better not fucking leave me.
I wouldn't leave you. I'd hold down the podcast.
Thank you. Hey, look, we
in a phone and we'll FaceTime, and I got you, girl. I won't leave you.
Yeah.
And hopefully you wouldn't leave me.
No.
But I would die if I went.
Me too. I can't be locked up.
Mm-mm.
First of all, like I think we've talked about this before.
Yep.
But one, I get very annoyed with people. I did a whole 8 hours in detox, and people were flipping shit in there like we were about to do life for a fucking murder or something. Like it was annoying. I'm like, girl, we aren't here for detox. Detox means detox. Get that liquor or drugs or whatever you got in your system. Get it out. Act normal. And go home. No, yeah. Anyways, I can't do it with crackheads and people acting crazy, and then dirty people on top of that.
And I bet stinky people.
Yeah. Detox really stink. And then it's just a little hole in the ground.
No.
Where you have to pee.
No.
In front of everybody.
Kill me now.
But imagine going to detox after a night of drinking. How many times you have to pee? So imagine how many times I had to go squat in that little hole. Yeah.
No.
And I almost fought somebody there that night too, because this lady, this poor old lady, she was wrong, and she wanted me to defend her because I was the only Mexican in there, and there was a Mexican lady, and I wasn't gonna defend her. I was like, sorry, señorita, tia, can't do it. But it's because what she did, she went to the little hole to go pee, took off her sock to wipe herself, and she threw it across the room. So she almost got her ass whooped. And I was like, that's on you, homegirl. You shouldn't have done that. That's fucking nasty. Why would you do that?
That is nasty. If you're going to do that, I mean, at least roll it up next to you.
You know, something.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I couldn't be locked up. I don't got the patience. Like I said, I need my nails done. I need my lashes. I need my brows. I need my hair.
We too needy. We too high maintenance.
For real, I can't imagine. My back already hurts. So imagine laying on these hard-ass beds.
I got insomnia problems. I need my sleeping pill.
And then what if I had to get on the top bunk? How the hell am I supposed to throw my leg all the way up there and climb up there? Can someone give me a ladder or something?
I cannot. No. I have no upper body strength to pull myself up on. No.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Do they get up on top? Do they have ladder?
No. So the way you do it, by the way, you guys, my husband is a felon, so I ask him a lot of questions, okay? So he said that the way you do it is you step on the corner of the bottom bunk and you kind of hop your way up.
No.
You don't stand completely on their bunk because that's disrespectful, so you kind of step on the corner of it and you choop.
No. I could never. I'm too bottom
or
heavy.
Like the toilet or sink or something or whatever to kind of push your way up because, you know, everything is right there.
Nope. My butt's too big. My thighs are too thick. I don't have no upper body
strength.
And
if you get locked up and someone already has the bottom bunk, you ain't got no choice but to have the top one. Unless you're going to beat them up for the bottom one.
See,
she said,
no.
She almost said, I'm going to whoop that ass for that bottom one.
Might as well try to go down swinging. I mean, give me the bottom bunk, please.
Please.
Anyways,
I'll give you 2 soups for the bottom bunk. Come on.
Yeah. Let me bribe you. Let me. That's what I would do. I would try to bribe. If the bribery didn't work, then we might have to
act like Gypsy Rose and be like, I have $500 coming in commissary.
Wait, before we end the episode,
I brought up the name.
You did. Before we end the episode, because I know we're coming up on an hour. Did you see that the police were possibly called out?
Yes.
Because Gypsy and Christy are getting into it.
Supposedly, allegedly, they got into it, and yeah.
Ugh, I can't wait. I hope that they do. I hope, because she was on live and she was talking about living with your parents and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
okay, but girl, see, I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to take a break from Gypsy Rose, but
TikTok be pulling me in.
They really do. But the only clip I seen, I didn't see them like getting into it. Was there a clip of them getting into it?
No, there wasn't a clip of them getting. Well, they weren't getting into it, but they, Gypsy was just like kind of making smart remarks, and Christy was like out. Christy wasn't in the room, and they were kind of like making comments to each other.
Okay.
But like if I'm Christy, like I'm gonna tread lightly because this bitch done took her mama out, her blood.
That's how I would feel. I'm like, I'm not gonna piss you off because I don't need you to come at me when I'm asleep.
I would not be able to sleep.
I would have deadbolt locks on the inside of my room.
Can you imagine? Wait, can you imagine Christy seeing the crime scene videos?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, and. Now they're getting out because I've seen a lot of TikToks about people talking about the photos, so they're getting out. It's so there's this one couple on TikTok.
Wait, your husband said I would be the prison tamale maker.
She'd be like, I got you. You want tamales? I got you.
Yep. You're
gonna figure it out.
Figure out a way to make tamales in prison so I can make some money.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Give me the bottom bunk and I'll make you some tamales.
I'll have them ready for you every week. All right. Oh man. Yeah, there's this one couple on TikTok. Wait, rewind. So you seen the filter?
Yes,
I sent it to you.
I did see the gypsy filter and. Oh, it's bad. It's funny, but it's bad.
I know. You feel guilty for laughing. It's like
you do.
You are wrong for that.
But at the same time, like she brought it on herself. She really did. I heard somebody say they asked her why her eyes are like that, and she was like, "Well, I was born with the lazy eye."
She was born with that eye, you guys. But
she wasn't born with that voice. She be making that baby voice on purpose when she wants people to feel sorry.
She's doing all this other work. Why don't you get the work to get that fixed? I'm just saying. Just saying, you can get it fixed.
Mm. Oh, the other couple.
Oh, the couple. This couple takes the clips when her and Ken are live, like the voice clips, and they act it out, but they flip it. Like the guy is Gypsy and his wife is Ken. And they dress up as it, and they are the best clips ever. They're hilarious. Like, I'm gonna have to sit. I don't even know the name on there, like their username, but they're hilarious. I'm gonna have to send you their.
Yeah, send it to me.
Because the way he acts it out is like, it's just perfect. A lot of people are like, I don't even have to actually watch Gypsy. I watch you, and I know what's going on, and it's funny. Oh, okay, enough of Gypsy Rose.
Yes. All right, so next week we might have Brittany on.
Yes.
So
Brittany was busy with her kiddos this weekend, so we weren't able to get her on.
But hopefully next week, and hopefully next week maybe some mimosas or something.
Yes.
So, all right. Not sure. There is a true crime. I sent it to you that I want to do, so maybe we do that. If not. Maybe we wait and
we'll figure something out
for Brittany coming on, or maybe we ask Brittany what she wants to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that does it for this week. You guys be sure to catch us next week. School starts soon, and I can't wait for these kids to get back to school.
T-minus 11 days for me.
I am ready. The 14th, my kiddos will be back to school, and I am just ready. They're not
Have
ready.
y'all had like meet the teacher night yet?
No, that's like 2 days before school starts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ours is this Saturday coming up on the 10th.
They do it during the week.
Really? See, and of course, I just happen to be fully booked that day, which I'm not gonna complain. But it's like I don't get to go. So
well, I'm ready. I'm ready for these kids to be back in school.
Me too. We went to go pick up Dalen's his little drive-line placard that we have to have when we pick him up.
My kids walk home from school.
Wait, so what school are they going to now that you moved?
Shutman.
Oh, okay. So that's how close you are. Yep. They can walk from Shutman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So are you behind?
Yes.
Okay, I know where you're at.
Yep.
Okay, you're not far.
No, not far.
I'm like, okay, you're not far. We actually did look at houses in that neighborhood as well.
Yeah. It's just expensive.
Okay, we're going over there.
Yeah.
I'm going to just start following you. Wherever you go, I'm going to.
Yes.
But yeah, we went to go pick him up. Dalen was like, I'm not ready for school. And I said, why? Because I want to take my naps. I said, boy, you always say this and you don't even take naps at home. He's like, but I want to take naps at school. I was like, goodbye. You're fired.
Yeah. Take your butt to
he's
school,
not
boy.
ready. But what I have always done with my kids is 2 weeks before school starts, I get them back on going to sleep early.
I haven't put my kids back to their regular schedule.
Oh no, tonight's gonna be day one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I want to start them this week, but I might have to just because, or maybe I'll start Wednesday because then it'll be like a week exactly before school starts. So I might.
I don't think we'll have a
Wednesday.
hard time with Dalen because he's actually pretty good. Like he doesn't give me a hard time when I tell him, "All right, it's time for shower and bed."
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, part of it's for me because I'm not ready. Gotta want to wake up early.
Wait, I might put my kids to bed early tonight just so I can watch House of the Dragon season finale.
You know what?
No,
see, this is more for us. Like you
Yeah.
gotta go to bed. I need my time. You gotta go to bed. I'm not looking forward to getting up early again.
Look,
Like-
I have to wait 2 years for this show to come back on. House of the Dragon is my show.
What is
And
it?
Don't
Don't look at me like that, Cindy.
It's a spin-off of. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Okay, well, it's
Okay,
a
that's
spin-off
that
of
type of show.
Yeah. Okay, it's so good though. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Anyway,
So if I haven't watched Game of Thrones, am I gonna enjoy House of Dragon?
you don't have to necessarily watch because it's two totally different timelines.
Okay.
House of the Dragon basically is before Game of Thrones, but like
Oh my gosh.
like centuries before.
So, but what I'm saying is like, does it have a certain connection where I would be lost if
no,
I don't watch one or the other?
no,
Okay.
no.
That's what I would. Because I'm actually looking for something new to watch.
Game of Thrones does give you some insight to House of the Dragon. So,
Okay.
but you don't have to watch one without the other.
You know what show I know we keep trying to end it.
I
but
know.
what show I watched on Netflix because I like watching shows. So it's called The Inmate. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, well it's in Spanish. You can always watch it in English. The translations are fucking weird, first of all. But I'll watch it in English and have the subtitles in English also.
Uh-huh.
But when they translate it, it's like some of the words I don't know. I said that maybe I would rewatch it in Spanish and watch it in English subtitles so I can get what they're really trying to say. But regardless, it's a good show. I don't want to tell you too much.
Okay.
But it's a good show. It's not like, oh my gosh, you have to watch it.
Uh-huh.
But it's decent. It's good.
Okay.
The
Check it
end.
out.
Bye, you guys.
All right, guys. All right, guys. We will talk to you guys in a week. Thank you guys for listening and watching on our lives. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.